Hello, Leo. Welcome. Thank you for being here. This is going to be a general read from dealing with what their intentions are towards you. Of course, everything may not resonate, so take what does and leave the rest. And for more tarot readings after this, please check out my wife's channel at THEYRE Tarot. She's review as well. Thank you. Hmm. All right, let's see what's going on. Huh. Oh, devil energy jumping out immediately, Leo. Um. Okay. Seven of Swords following very shortly, very shortly, and possibly Crosswatcher. Do get your sleep, do get your rest, do take care of yourselves mentally, energetically, emotionally, spiritually, please. I've been seeing a lot of energy where people are disregarding their health, their mental health, their emotional health, their spiritual health. Do take care of yourself, please. I understand stressful times. And you got to do what you got to do to cope and get by. At the same time, don't forget to take care of yourself. Um, don't use a band-aid or duct tape when the foundation of something is about to crumble. So jumping into this, Leo, I'm once again just like Sagittarius, who they were asking about. I'm looking at a very contradicting energy. I'm also looking at some form of toxicity. I don't know if this is substances, vices, addictions. Unfortunately, I gotta say it. It is very clearly about you, towards you, between the two of you. Um, I am looking at a very kind of selfish, greedy, prideful energy. The outright refusal to kind of, I don't know. Mm, leave it be. Leave it be. With that Seven of Swords, once again, with the traditional Rider Waite, leave it be. Don't be going around stealing shit. Where'd you get those swords? You don't look like a smithy. Where'd you get it? You don't look like you're suspicious. Where are you going with those? And better yet, where did you come from? Clearly, the relationship and the connection, specifically between the two of you, is not on good terms, which is why that devil energy is showing up. At the same time, it is toxic. It is what it is. It is what it is. I understand doing something out of love. I understand doing something for the ones you love. At the same time, to do something out of that toxic energy creates problems and issues. It does. This devil energy is no different than, I don't know, building a house or a foundation that already has black mold on the wood. That's what that is. But for the sake of the house, it's got to come down. You have to kind of, it needs to come down. It needs to be destroyed. You got to rip all that up and just toss it, junk it, trash it, and replace it. But no, the house, no, the foundation. That's the original. Some people just prefer to deal with and live with toxicity. Huh. That Seven of Swords is a very selfish energy. It's someone sneaking around, doing what they want to do, thinking they won't get caught, only kind of looking out for themselves. It's a lonely world. It's a lonely path. It's a lonely world and it's a lonely path when you're in that kind of selfish mindset and perspective of only thinking about yourself. Even though you show me so very strongly, Crosswatcher, you are strongly thinking about Leo. But it's more specifically in a sense of Leo is an extension of your mindset and your perspective. Watch your step. Some of those floorboards creak and they're weak. There's a world. Um, what's done is done. What's done is done. Leave it be. What's done is done. What's done is done. This is no different than people be like, "There's a problem," and then someone be like, no, there's not. No, there's not," because they'd rather focus on like there not being a problem than the actual problem of what's in front of them and what's being shown to them and what's being told to them. No, there's not. I do recommend you listen to Aries reading today as well, Leo. Um, Quite the message. That's kind of crazy. It's like how do I do that though? It's like, what do you mean? Cut the shit. That's how you do that. Cut out the toxicity. What is that called? Unfortunately, I'm not going to go there today. Thinking of like medical situations where it's kind of like, we're sorry to inform you that your foot, the you know what, has seeped through your foot. And even though it started at the ankle and only though it's only halfway up the shin, unfortunately, we're sorry to the patient that unfortunately we have to take the whole leg because the toxicity is spreading. Medical situations, surgical scenario. It's going to require more severe means to deal with this. We got a little bit more of a what's it called, a severe case. We got a severe case. Jeez. Jeez. And that's the thing. It's like, hold that thought, Leo. Hold that thought. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. That is fear. It's interesting. The whole selfishness. It's like the fear feeds into that selfishness. Like, what the fuck? You're feeding on fear. You're feeding on your fear. That's not love. That's not love. Fear. You're feeding off fear. That's crazy. That is a crazy situation. That's kind of that's them that's them being like what do I do? How do I make this right? How do I make this right? How do I make this right? How do I show you, Leo? How do I show you? But once again, it's coming from a place of survival. It's that fear, fight or flight. It's coming from a place of survival. That's why that Seven of Swords is showing up. Like it's one thing to unfortunately, like it's one thing to steal an apple when you're hungry. It's a different thing to strategize and plan and be strategic with your partner because you're on the brink of losing everything with them. That's like there's the lovers. Like I said, it's just they're like so even with the mentality of let me show you that I let me show you that I can step up correctly. Let me show you that I can make things right. Let me show you I can undo all that. Let me show you I can emotionally. That's what I'm talking about. When this comes back around full circle, hit the refresh page. When this comes back around full circle, even they're like, oh, that was just a fight or flight response. In emotionally speaking, it's like, what? They're even catching up to themselves where it's like mentally they're moving so fast. Their emotions were like, what the fuck are you doing? What are we doing? Okay, that's what I was kind of wondering. Is there a third party situation in this, Leo? Substances, biases, and addictions, or a third party? Which one is it? I'm looking at possibly both, and that's what I was kind of wondering. It's kind of like I don't want to give up this person, but I want to give up this person too. I don't want to give up my fun. I don't want to give up my whatever. Um, like I said, selfish, greed, mine. That's mine too. They're mine. Leo's mine. They're mine too. Once again, it goes back to that whole selfish energy. It's like if they don't have what they want, if they're not happy, if they're not fulfilled, if they're not satisfied, if they're not having a good time, then that devil energy kicks online, and it's like something's wrong, something's missing, something's not, and then that's that energy of that like feeding into that fear. If I'm not feeding that into that fear of you got to be happy, you got to keep happy, you got to stay happy, you got to keep your energy high, you got to stay positive all the time. Kool Aid, psychological Kool Aid, emotional and mental Kool Aid. Otherwise, look at the hell. Look at the hell. That's a game. That's a game. A little bit more. There's a tower. Huh. Game over. Bye.